Hey everyone, my name is Kevin and this is my wife Katie, and today we are going to be showing off our house.
Honey.
Yes.
This is a crib style video.
Yes.
You should look more like a crib style host. That's better.
Okay, so I've got my facial hair, start the music, put the logo somewhere there, and now with that all set, we are ready to do an MTV style tour of the house after that motorcycle guy goes away. And now, let's go in and see what the house looks like. Come on, let's go. Alright, first thing you'll see you go in, we have a mirror. So everybody can look and check to see one more time if they've got bad hair, because they want to impress the hosts, right?
Yes.
Exactly. This is the famous Workstation where my wife works with her notepads and her little Disney suction cup things and Pikachu Funko toy. My wife is also a member of the Sailor Moon official fan club. This is a card that only official members get. How's it feel to be a member?
Awesome. Yes.
Decorated throughout the house are decorative figurines like these. That's I guess that's what you would call a $50 to $200 toy that doesn't move and you can't do anything with. We also have pictures all throughout the house of a very wonderful day. We also have this Kiki's Delivery Service puzzle that I spent 3 weeks putting together, and as a result, I don't actually want to take it apart. We've got the living room TV, which also includes Dreamcast, Wii, Roku, SNES Mini, an NES Mini, a Wii U, an Xbox 360, and connected, and you will never see this anywhere else, an HD DVD external player. We also have extra accessories and systems and wires in the drawers. There's a PS3 that hasn't been used in a while. Now what's also cool about that TV, you can watch movies 3D. Should we watch Alita in 3D?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And here comes tonight's one new prospect. Okay then, folks, give it up for Alita! People brought her right to us.
One of the cute things that people don't normally get to see in our bedroom are Mickey and Minnie pillows that kiss when you put them together. On the walls we have many posters and artwork pieces. This was a lithograph when I went to see Puss in Boots in IMAX 3D. Tales from Earthsea, probably the worst Studio Ghibli film out there, but a pretty neat poster, and yes, this is an authentic theatrical poster. By the way, this scene right here, this takes place in the last 4 minutes of the movie, so yeah, false advertising. The dragons don't really do much in this. But on the other side, we have The Wind Rises, one of the best Studio Ghibli films, and for a time being was Hayao Miyazaki's final film. This is also an official theatrical release poster. We've also got a lithograph of Penny Arcade signed by the creators, and PvP signed by Scott Kurtz, and a Sailor Moon art piece that I bought over 20 years ago at a convention. Don't even know who the artist was, but if the artist happens to see this, your picture is hanging on our wall. We've also got a Ben Affleck poster, but this is a special one, because not only do you get to wake up to that handsome face, but Affleck actually signed it, as did Academy Award winner Chris Cooper, and Ellie Fanning, and Dominic Cooper, and Zoe Saldana. Pretty much the whole cast except for Brendan Gleeson. They all signed this. And if you're a Disney nerd, like we obviously are, this Princess and the Frog poster actually is signed by the directors of the movie and pretty much every key animator that worked on it. You know, you can pause the video and read the signatures. Oh, and this little signature right there is Randy Newman, the guy who wrote the music. So, you know, that's pretty cool. the door, we have the poster for Weathering With You, and right behind the door, a Simpsons poster signed by creator Matt Groening, and he even did a little Bart Simpson sketch. And yeah, I love that one. For any animation fans, that is an official cell from the Garfield TV series, Garfield and Friends, or from Garfield Telling the Adventure, I forgot which one, signed by creator Jim Davis. And you see that little paw print there? That means it's an authentic piece of merchandise. On top of this dresser drawer, we have big major box sets for classics like Ben-Hur, Sound of Music, Wizard of Oz, Gone with the Wind. We have a Sonic the Hedgehog figurine, a couple extra game consoles, and a very, very unique piece of Harry Potter merchandise. In fact, let's take a moment to stop and look at this real quick. Now, I know a lot of Harry Potter fans out there probably have the retail edition of the Tales of the Beetle Bard, but how many of you have this limited edition collector's item that was only sold through Amazon about 15 years ago? What this does is this is an oversized book. It has artwork pieces, and the book itself comes in this little, bag, and pull it if you can get it out, of course. And the book is actually modeled to look exactly like the real thing from the Harry Potter novels. It has like a little latch. You can see this is in very good condition. This is very rare now and very difficult to find. You're not going to see this too many places. And despite the little bit of the untidiness, this is a big gaming PC where word processing is done. Ironically, not a lot of video games are played on this, just a lot of word processing. A staple of the Rodriguez household is the movie collection. They are everywhere. Here we have the Disney movies with Pixar, Studio Ghibli. We have this drawer full of movies, and this drawer full of movies. They're on shelves. These are all the movies that won Best Picture, starting from the very first one, Wings, to the most current one, Parasite. There's the Marvel Cinematic Universe, almost all of them in 3D. Tons of 3D movies, actually. Up here's where we keep most of the anime, but it's also where we keep these digibooks. They look like books. They've even got pages in them, but they're a movie. They're not necessarily a book, they're just a movie, but they look so nice on the shelf. Beep, beep. We've got some TV series and more anime box sets on this shelf, including the complete Dragon Ball Z on Blu-ray, this neat little Scooby-Doo with a house, and 100 years of Olympic films. Also Columbia Classics. Come on over and watch a movie sometime. Other things that are scattered throughout the house include signed and collectible books, like this one right here. The Book of Dust by Philip Pullman. Signed by the author. Here we have a signature by Jane Fonda. We have a signed book by funny man and overall great actor John Lithgow. This is not a political statement, by the way. I just got it because it was signed. Brian Grazer. Seth MacFarlane. Aaron McGruder was really nice to sign this copy of the book when I met him at Comic-Con some 12 odd years ago. This was when Boondocks was in its very first season. Now, I don't want to go on and on about how many autographed books and pictures I have. Frankly, I have hundreds. However, something that might be of interest, a prized possession, is a sketchbook. And with this sketchbook, during my years of being a comics journalist, I've met many comic artists, and they have done sketches for me. We have an original sketch from Penny Arcade, Scott Kurtz of PvP, guy who does Usagi Yojimbo, Jeff Smith, who did Bone. He made this one after my mom for some reason. Brian Lee O'Malley, who did Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, did a little sketch for me, and this was before, we're talking about like years before they made the movie, so yeah, when I met him, he was just at a regular booth, just doing signatures. Now, you have to get a reservation to see him. However, the prize sketch in the sketchbook is probably this. I interviewed Yashiro Naitao of Trigun fame many years ago, and he did a sketch of Bash the Stampede for me. And I cannot tell you how many people have offered to buy this from me. It's not for sale, but it is really neat. The only thing in this house that you cannot tell anyone about, because we've shown you a lot of the collectibles, the machinery, we keep exotic animals too. And you cannot tell anyone, but yes, we have exotic animals. But of course, no pimped out home would be complete without the two most important tools any serious chef needs for making a well-balanced meal. The George Foreman grill and Mr. Coffee Maker. Very, very, very essential. The third most important tool is also this little thing that you put into pots when you're boiling hard-boiled eggs, and it lets you know when they're hard-boiled because, you know, that's so much easier than just boiling them for 20 minutes and calling it a day. Of course, there's many other things we could show you in the house, but, you know, for the time being, I think that's good enough. So, anyway, that's the crib tour of the house. And now that we are done, I'm gonna get rid of this thing. I can get rid of it now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, take care, everyone.